A very good morning to my dear students. In the last class, we were actually dealing the exercise that are related to the second chapter under the third unit. And we have studied the usage of simple past, past perfect, and we learned to prepare notice, we learned to prepare a speech, motivational speech, and all those things. Today, we are moving on to a new poem written by Ian Crichton Smith entitled as Retired. So, before going to read the poem aloud, you have to know who an astronaut is. I know that you already knew this term because the same word we have discussed in the chapter about Stephen Hawking. So, in that class also I have mentioned the meaning of astronaut as a member of the crew of a spacecraft. Spacecraft, we can simply say that a vehicle that travels through space. So, a member, one among the crew of a spacecraft is known as astronaut. That is what in that chapter we have discussed about Kalpana Chawla, all those astronauts. So, they were the people who used to travel the space through spacecraft. So, they are generally called as astronaut. So, in this poem also our attention is invited by Ian Crichton Smith in order to speak something about an astronaut. And before going to discuss the poem, you have to take note of the difficult words and their meanings. First word is shuttles, given in the textbook itself, the voyages in spacecraft. It refers to the travel we made in a spacecraft. And bulky, what do you mean by bulky? Bulky means large and heavy. And stirred, stirred means moved slowly. You have to note all these new words and their meanings in your notebook. Now, shall we move to the poem? Yes, definitely. Please take page number 68. And all of you, please read the poem with me once. Retired, written by Ian Crichton Smith. He was tired after his voyages, the shuttles from planet to planet, from star to star. In the late evening, he would sway in his rocking chair and watch the moon through the trees. I was there once, he thought. I stood on that globe. Now it's like a football shining in space. And he could hardly believe it that in his helmet and in his bulky space suit, he had stirred that far dust. So, it is a very simple poem. And while reading this poem, we can find a person who is recalling his past memories. A person who is recalling his past experiences, and the person described here is an astronaut, and this astronaut is really recalling his past memories, his past experience while he was in the space. Now look at the first stanza. He was tired after his voyages. Who is tired after his voyages? Yeah, the astronaut is tired after his voyages. And what is actually the voyage described here? Definitely the travel, the long journey he had taken while he went to where? While he went to space. The shuttles from planet to planet. Shuttles means the voyages in a spacecraft. So, the shuttles from planet to planet, from star to star. So, an astronaut used to travel to space in several times for exploring something new, and this astronaut is also tired. That means several times he used to go to the space. So, in that way, this astronaut is tired after long voyages to space. So, the shuttles from planet to planet, from star to star. In the late evening, he would sway in his rocking chair and watch the moon through the trees. So, now he is sitting in a rocking chair. Rocking means, you can imagine what a rocking chair is by looking at the image. So, look at the bottom part of the chair. So, it is a rocking chair. So, in the late evening, he would sway in his rocking chair and watch the moon through the trees. And in his retiring life, in his evening days, what do you mean by in the late evening? What do you mean by evening? Evening is actually the ending of a day. It refers to an ending of a day. Then tell me what evening here means. Yeah, here evening refers to the last phase of a man. That means this astronaut is now very older. That is what in the beginning of this poem it is said that he is retired. That means he is tired and he took a resign. That means he is older. Now he is older. So he took a retirement. That means he is now in his evening days. It is almost, his life is almost about to end. So here evening is something different. So here evening refers to the last days of this man. Simply it means that he is nearing to death. So we can simply say that evening is actually the time before night. So night is regarded as actually the death of sun. In every morning, sun rises in the east. It can be referred to as its birth, and in every evening sun sets. So that can be referred to as its death. So in that way, evening can be associated with death. So here when we say in the late evening, we can simply find that it refers to the last part of his life. That is what in the first paragraph it is said that he is tired. That means he took a retirement. And what he was doing, he was simply sitting on a chair and simply look at the moon, and he is trying to recall or memorize his past memories or past experiences. And what was actually the thought occurred in his mind while he looked at the moon? Once I was also there in the moon. So in that way, in the late evening, he would sway in his rocking chair and watch the moon through the trees. So in that way, he was simply sitting on a chair and simply looking at the moon through the trees. I was there once, he thought. And now he is thinking that yes, some days ago or some years ago, I was also there. I stood on that globe. On that globe I stood on those days. So globe, moon is here referred as globe. Now it is like a football shining in space. Now it is almost looks like a football. Football is actually something which moves through the ground. So simply like that, the moon is also moving slowly. So that is what he used a simile here. He just compares the moon to that of a football. Yeah, simply in order to say the fact that it moves slowly. Now it is like a football shining in space, and it shines in the space. And he could hardly believe it that in his helmet and in his bulky space suit he had stirred that far dust. And now he is again and again remembering those experiences, and he could hardly believe it that in his helmet and in his bulky space suit. What do you mean by helmet? You know that every astronaut when going to space, they used to wear a helmet, and also they used to wear some garments. See, for example, if you are able to visualize the image of Neil Armstrong when he landed on the moon, what was actually there was a helmet, and there was actually a garment, a bulky garment, a heavy garment. So you can easily look at this picture and find what a helmet and what a space suit is. Okay, and he was also like that. While he went to space, he also used to wear a helmet, and he also used to wear a bulky space suit. And now he says that now it was very difficult for him to believe that once he was there wearing the helmet and wearing the bulky space suit. And what do you mean by bulky? Bulky is large and heavy. You know, we all know the fact that moon lacks atmosphere. So the astronauts has to carry oxygen in order to survive there. Okay. So in that way, the garment they used to wear, that means the space suit is bulky, it is very heavy, because the suit is pressurized with oxygen per square inch. That is why it is heavy and it is bulky. So you can simply have a look at the meaning of this word spacesuit. Spacesuit is actually a garment worn to keep a human alive in the space and extreme temperatures. So we know that moon lacks atmosphere. The pressure, the temperature is very extreme there. So they have to carry oxygen with them. So that is why they are wearing this spacesuit. So because of that reason, spacesuit is very large and heavy. Okay. So now the astronaut described in this poem is recalling the time when he used to wear helmet and space suit, and he recalls that it was very difficult to move in the space using this bulky space suit, because the space suit is bulky, it was very heavy and it was very large. So it was not easy for him, it was very difficult for him to move wearing this helmet and space suit in the space. And he had stirred that far dust, and in his bulky space suit he had stirred that far dust, and he could hardly believe it that in his helmet and in his bulky space suit he had stirred that far dust. Now it was very difficult for him to believe that he was moving there, wearing this uncomfortable things, wearing this helmet and wearing this heavy and large space suit. And he had stirred means moved slightly. He had stirred that far dust. What do you mean by far dust? Far dust actually refers to the dust which is far away from him. That means the dust on the surface of the moon, and he was disturbed by the dust on the surface of moon. So, in that way the poet recalls his experiences while he was in the space. So, the poem begins by giving us the information about an astronaut who took a retirement after continuous journeys to space. And in the first stanza, it is clearly evident that he had travelled many times from planet to planet, from star to star, and now he took a retirement because he is aged or he is older. And what now he is doing? And after his retirement, he simply sat on a chair and simply looking at the moon and remembers that he was there once. Now the moon moves like a football, it is shining. And finally, he concludes the poem by saying that it was even difficult for him to believe that once he was there, moving through the dust which always disturbed him, by wearing bulky, that means large and heavy spacesuit and helmet. This is the poem is all about. Now we can have a look at the question answers given in page number 69. So look at the first question. To retire means to leave your job and stop working, usually because you have reached a certain age, that we all know. How can you tell that the character in the poem has retired? Yeah, it is clearly evident in the first stanza. In the first stanza, it is said that he was tired after his voyages, the shuttles from planet to planet, from star to star. And in the late evening, he would sway in his rocking chair and watch the moon through the trees. So, it is clearly evident in the phrase that in the late evening. That means now the person reached a particular age and he took his retirement. So, in that way we can say that the character in the poem has retired. Now, what about the second question? What job did he have before he retired? How do you know? Yeah, he was an astronaut. Yeah, it is clearly evident in the first stanza itself. Yeah, he was tired after his voyages, the shuttles from planet to planet. If he was actually a person tired with long journeys from planet to planet, he would definitely be an astronaut. And what about the third question? A voyage is a long journey, especially by sea or in space. In what way were the voyages the person in the poem made most unusual? Yeah, we can definitely say that the voyages were unusual because it was not that much simple voyages. Yeah, it was actually long journeys from planet to planet, from star to star. So, we can undoubtedly say that it was really unusual. And what about the fourth question? I was there once. What does there refer to? Yeah, I was there once. That there refers to the moon. What two words does the poet use to refer to the moon? We can simply say that globe and football. As an astronaut, the character had to wear a uniform. Yeah, as we discussed, space suit. He did not really feel comfortable in the uniform. Is it true or false? Yeah, it is true, because it is clearly evident in the fourth stanza. Yeah, and in his bulky space suit, he had stirred that far dust. It was quite disturbing for him to move through the space by wearing this large and heavy space suit. Far dust refers to the dust on the surface of the moon which is far away from the earth. Do you agree? Yes. The dust mentioned there is actually the dust on the surface of the moon which is really far away from earth. Which word in the last line suggests that the moon dust had been disturbed when the person walked on it? Yeah, which word? The word stir suggests the idea that the moon dust had been disturbed him when he walked on it. And what about the ninth question? As you know, a simile is a word or phrase that compares something to something else. Can you spot a simile in the poem? Definitely we can find. Where? Now it is like a football shining in space. And what is a football referred here? The moon. So here something is compared to something using the word like or as. Something is compared to something using the word like or as. So here it is said that moon is like a football. So we can spot a simile there. What about the 10th question? Nostalgia is a feeling of sadness mixed with pleasure and affection when you think of happy times in the past. Do you think the character in the poem feels nostalgic for the time he spent in space? Why? Why not? Definitely we can find a nostalgic element in the poem. The poet has a nostalgia about his past days. That is what? When he sat on the chair, he looked at the moon and remembers all those beautiful memories. So we can definitely say that we can find a feeling of nostalgia in whose words? In the poet's words. So this is all about the poem. So every time I am sharing the answers. So we have already discussed the answers of all those 10 questions. So today, for the time being, you have to prepare and write down the answers as your own. You can write it in a rough book and you can send it to me. If it is correct, I will give the approval. After that, you can write those answers in your notebook. Okay. And please turn over page 60, page 70. There you have given two situations and you have to read those two situations, and some reactions are also given after each situation. So what you have to do is you have to read the situation and think how you are going to behave in such occasions, how you are going to behave in such situation. Okay. And that can be discussed in the interactive session. So anyway, what you have to do is you have to read those two situations and plan your ideas. If you are in such a situation, if you are happen to be in such a situation, what will be your response? How you manage the situation? So better prepare with answer. I will definitely ask in the interactive session. We can have a discussion about these two situations in the interactive session. And now you will have a project. So what you have to do is you have to read the project very thoroughly. So in this project, it is said that how we can use some objects or how we can use some materials again and again. That means waste management. Okay, waste management. So there you have to note some important terms. Reuse. What do you mean by reuse? Using something again and again. So this thing, paper, is a reusable thing. And now think of such reusable things, reusable items. and come with answers of your own in the interactive session. Then recycle. Recycle is actually the process of transforming waste materials into reusable materials. So, for example, after writing a particular thing on a piece of paper, when its use is over, we just throw it in the waste bin. And if that piece of paper again went through the process, it could again be made as a paper. So, in that way, that process is known as recycling, or the waste of vegetables that can be used as biogas. So, these are examples of recycling. Then biodegradable waste. What do you mean by biodegradable waste? Yeah, biodegradable waste, we can simply say that kitchen waste. As I said right now, kitchen waste can be used for making another thing. With the kitchen waste, we can use what? Biogas, or we can reuse it in another way. So, those reusable things are generally known as biodegradable waste. So, kitchen waste, some things are mentioned here: kitchen waste, grass cuttings, then hedge trimmings and sewage. These are all we can use again and again after going through the process of recycling. So, they are known as biodegradable waste. And what is the third one? Non-biodegradable waste, something which can't be used further. Plastic is an example. So, now let us have a look at what biodegradable waste and what non-biodegradable waste. Biodegradable waste is actually organic waste material that can easily broken down into natural components by microorganisms. Yeah, so it can easily be broken down into natural components by microorganisms. So, for example, if a kitchen waste, take the case of a kitchen waste, what is actually its speciality? It can easily broken down into natural components, and it can be melt, or it can be broken down into natural components. So, they are known as biodegradable waste. So, they are more eco-friendly. And what do you mean by non-biodegradable waste? Yeah, non-biodegradable waste are inorganic material which cannot be broken down into natural components. Instead, it stays in the environment for a long period of time. That means it is really destructive for the nature, or it is really destructive for the ecosystem. Okay. So, the next is a group activity that we can't be able to conduct since we don't have regular classes. Then turn over the page number 72, and what you have to do is you have to put 3 baskets in your home, and on the first waste bin you have to write, or you have to brand it as plastic, the second paper, and the third cloth, and you have to fill those 3 buckets using such kinds of materials. Okay. And after 1 month, or when your baskets are full, try to think of making something through these waste materials. So, have a look at the textbook. Yeah, here we can find 4 objects, and these 4 objects are constructed using this waste materials. And if you are really interested to do this, you can do this, and if you are doing this, you have to take a video of the presentation, and after that, after taking the video of the presentation, you can send it to me, so that I am able to send in the group, so that everyone can be able to have a look at the craft, and at the same time we have been aware of the fact that we can create or we can make different items from waste materials. So, that is really a message we can convey to others. So, if you are really interested to do this project, you can do, and if you are going to do this, if you are planning to do this project, please make sure that while you are making such beautiful things from the waste materials, you better to take a video of your making process, and after that you have to send it to me. Okay, then we will be able to show your making video to the rest of the class. Okay, anyway, I think this is the time to wind up. So, remember the poem which we studied today, and also try to do this project. This will be really helpful in many ways, because it is we who have to protect this nature. So, if non-biodegradable waste are increasing day by day, the entire ecosystem, the entire nature is under threat. So, by doing this project, we can at least convey the message to the rest of the world that avoid using non-biodegradable waste, so that we can protect our nature. Okay. So, try to do this project. Anyway, I think this is a time to wind up. Anyway, thank you. Have a nice day.